At the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he's high discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's got Will Tye complete. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They run it with Carson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the the 28. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
Here's Hetling to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Well, these Seahawks heading out here on offense. Let's talk about last year. One to forget, Charles, in the Pacific. A seat on the couch in January for these players, and that broke a streak seasons of double-digit victories and a playoff berth.
And I think they lost their identity a little bit along the way. On offense, they've always been a run-first team, establish a line of scrimmage, and bludgeon people. They didn't have that at all. Their offense ran through Russell Wilson, and he was magical, led the league in touchdown passes, but they are at their best when they're able to run the ball first and take control. On defense, age caught up with them. The Legion of Boom, no longer the same, and many of those guys will not be with the team in 2018. They will be starting over, but they have a smile on their face. I think this is a challenge that their head coach Pete Carroll relishes, and they look forward to being the underdog in the NFC West.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon hits the Seahawks.
Hey, tempo.
On second down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This is Carson, a little juke, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Now it's Wilson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. These Broncos coming off 2 years of not making the playoffs after winning Super Bowl 50. And last year in Vance Joseph's first season, they went 5-11, had an 8-game losing streak. Now, look, the defense remained elite. But the quarterback carousel, the general lack of offensive production really led to a disappointing 2017.
And in order for them to reverse that, they've got to continue to play to their strength, which is their defense. And they did that by drafting Bradley Chubb at number 5 overall, the defensive end out of North Carolina State. Gives them extra pass rushers. But on offense, they made a peace offering to their defense by signing Case Keenum at quarterback. That should calm down that position and open up possibilities on the offensive side of the ball.
Right back to him on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Etling. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Hodges. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw, Etling. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Denver right after this. Etling to throw it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Etling. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Full play time, guys. Let's go.
Now Wilson on second down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants? Points on the board and going to the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. In the 25, 2nd and 10.
Three down. Hey, check. Flex round.
They'll throw it here at length. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The former first-rounder, Barkevious Mingo. And it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Gets past one man. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there've got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. It's complete on a bubble screen. That's Baldwin. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Carson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They run again with Carson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bobby Wagner. Coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 91 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Here's Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They go play action here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wilson to throw on 2nd down. This complete to Lockett. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Flex round! Flex round!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down.
And this is intercepted for Bobby Wagner. And he'll get this one out to the 50. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those. I both know it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some